Stop scrolling right now, because what I'm about to share with you has literally changed millions of lives across centuries. And by the end of this, you'll understand why some of the world's most successful people, from corporate CEOs to spiritual masters, swear by this one principle. This isn't some modern self-help hack or productivity trick that'll be forgotten next year. This is wisdom so powerful that it's been passed down for over 5,000 years, and it's more relevant today than ever before. I'm going to reveal something that sounds completely counterintuitive, almost crazy, but once you understand it, your entire approach to life will never be the same. Here's a question that'll blow your mind. What if I told you that the key to getting everything you want in life is to stop obsessing over getting it? Sounds backwards, right? But wait, before you click away thinking this is some spiritual mumbo-jumbo, let me explain with real-world logic. Think about the last time you desperately wanted something. Maybe it was acing an interview, impressing someone you liked, or winning a competition. Remember how nervous you were? How your hands shook, your mind went blank, and you probably performed worse than you could have. Now, think about a time when you were just relaxed and in the zone. No pressure, no desperation, and everything flowed effortlessly. That's not coincidence. That's this ancient principle in action, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works. But here's where it gets really interesting, and this is something most people never realize. We've been conditioned by society to think that caring more about results will make us work harder and succeed better. Schools, parents, social media, everyone tells us to focus on outcomes, achievements, and rewards. But science is now proving what the ancient sages knew all along. This mindset is actually destroying our performance, our mental health, and our happiness. Studies on peak performance show that athletes, artists, and entrepreneurs all perform best when they're in what psychologists call a flow state, completely absorbed in the action itself, not worried about the outcome. The billion-dollar question is, how do you enter that state at will? Now, I need you to really pay attention to this next part, because it's going to sound strange, but it's absolutely crucial. The teaching I'm about to reveal doesn't tell you to stop caring about your work. It doesn't tell you to become lazy or passive. In fact, it demands the exact opposite. It asks you to give 100%, to work with full intensity, to perform your duties with complete dedication. But, and this is the game-changing twist, it tells you to emotionally detach from whether you win or lose, succeed or fail, get praised or criticized. You do the work, but you release the anxiety about results. It's like planting a seed. You water it, give it sunlight, care for it with total commitment, but you don't sit there every hour digging it up to check if it's growing. You trust the process. Here's what makes this principle absolutely revolutionary for modern life. We're living in the most distracted, anxious, result-obsessed era in human history. Every notification is measuring our worth. Likes, followers, views, grades, performance reviews, bank balances. We're constantly being judged, and we're constantly judging ourselves. This creates a prison of expectations that suffocates our natural abilities. But imagine living like this. You wake up and give your absolute best to everything you do. Your work, your relationships, your health. But you're completely free from the mental torture of, what if I fail? What will people think? What if it doesn't work out? You become unstoppable because fear of failure no longer paralyzes you. You become peaceful because you're not constantly chasing validation. You become excellent because you're focused on the craft, not the applause. Still with me? Good, because here's the practical part that'll make this click for you. Let's say you're starting a YouTube channel, a business, or any new venture. The old way of thinking says, I need to get X subscribers, make Y money, achieve Z success, or I'm a failure. This creates massive pressure, makes you compare yourself to others constantly, and often leads to burnout or giving up. The ancient way says, I'm going to create the best content I possibly can, learn and improve every day, show up consistently, and whatever results come, come. See the difference? In the second approach, you're still ambitious, still driven, but you're measuring yourself by your effort and growth, not by external validation you can't control. Paradoxically, this mindset often leads to better results because you're more creative, more persistent, and more authentic when you're not desperate for outcomes. And here's the final mind-blowing piece before I reveal the actual verse. This principle solves both success and failure. When you succeed without being attached to success, you don't become arrogant, you don't rest on your laurels, and you don't panic about losing what you've gained. When you fail without being attached to failure, you don't get depressed, you learn the lesson, and you move forward immediately. You become anti-fragile, someone who actually gets stronger through both wins and losses.